Hi, I'm Dave Epstein. Welcome to this edition of Growing Wisdom. We're in Medway, Massachusetts at Barry's Greenhouses. They're a wholesaler and they are growing a ton of stuff during the colder months that are really great houseplants. And I want to talk about things like Crassula, Echeveria, Aloe plants. They're all sort of in this succulent grouping, and there's some unique things about them, especially the color. And we'll also talk about how to keep them healthy throughout the colder months. So during this video, I'm really going to spend most of the time just showing you different varieties of plants. And if you can find these at your local grower or nursery, they're just a fantastic addition to that windowsill during the course of the winter. You don't need to see this. Let's show you some plants. The first thing I just want to do is show you an overview of just how stunning all of these are in the greenhouse here. So this is December as we're filming this, and just look at the color. I mean, nothing really is in flower, and yet you have all these wonderful colors and textures, and these are just fantastic to add to a container. If you were, say, a landscaper and you had a client that wanted to have some color during the course of the winter, why not use these? They're super easy to grow, and they're going to keep this fantastic look for months and months and months. As I'm showing you these, I'm going to point out a few things. First of all, look at the fantastic color here. That's not flowering, but it has that wonderful orange color to it. This is an Echeveria. This particular one is called Chroma. That's kind of nice. Notice there's a sign here, no agua, and that means they don't want to water these right now because they don't want to overwater them. So it's not really that tricky, but you just don't want to over or underwater these. And what's recommended is really just get your finger in there and go down an inch. And if it feels moist or cool, hold off. And if you're in doubt, just don't water it. But once it starts to dry out, you do need to water them. They're not something that, requires water once every month or two. They do need sort of regular, just not a lot of water. Here's another one of the Echeveria Nodulusa. And you can see the fantastic margins here of maroon, which are just wonderful. And imagine putting all of these in a container together and how neat that would look. Still in the succulent family, look at this aloe. And you might not realize, but the aloe can flower. It gets this long stalk here. Beautiful little orange flowers. How sweet is that? And behind it, if you're wondering, that's a jade plant. So again, another succulent. All similar with the watering. You want to let them dry out for that top inch. Use your finger to feel, and once it's dry, that's the time to water. Here's an example of putting a couple of different succulents together. So we have Sinencio up here, and this is really neat. Just almost looks kind of like a little bit of a palm or something like that. And then you have Aeonium down here, and little fun fact, all the vowels in the name of this, in the Aeonium, and there's the maroon, the green, a little bit of margin, and look how nice that looks. So wouldn't that be nice in a bright sunny spot in your house during the course of the winter? There you have it. Lots of wonderful Echeveria and other succulents. Just fantastic. Mix them together. They don't need a lot of water. They do benefit from some sun, and a lot of them will color up like this Black Prince. Certainly will show off its wonderful color the more light that you give it. For Growing Wisdom, here at Barry's Greenhouses, I'm Dave Epstein.